So for your parents, how many grandchildren are there? I can't even imagine with 9 children.
I want to say, I have to actually count them, but I'm going to say maybe 40.
Oh my gosh. I am here this afternoon with Brigid Paulk, who is an agent with Blanchard and Calhoun. She's been with us for a little less than a year, and she's just doing amazing things already. So we want you to get to know her.
Thank you, Andrea.
Let's start with the hard stuff. What are the things that people don't know about you that you want people to know about you? Give us one thing.
Oh, goodness. One thing? Well, if you're with me and I tell you that I'm hungry, you've got about 15 minutes before I become another person.
The hangry kicks over really quickly?
Yes.
I like
very
that.
Fast.
So you'll always have like a lunch or a meal stop planned in all of your showings. I think that's important.
Oh, yeah.
Always have snacks and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so you've been with us now. So you joined us last summer, so late last spring, last summer. So it's just been a little bit less than a year, and you've come in. I know that you were working full time at the time and decided to jump into this earlier this year. Tell us about the why. So you were doing something that you absolutely loved and were great at, but then decided to switch gears. What was that reasoning?
Well, I was at a nonprofit that I was running for the last 5 years. And it was just kind of time to do something different, and I've always wanted to do real estate, but honestly was always too scared to do it. It always seemed a lot easier just to have a secure paycheck for myself and my family.
Right.
So I finally, though, after 5 years, I guaranteed them 2, and once 5 years hit, I really felt a tug on my heart to get moving and try something new. And since real estate has been in the back of my mind since probably early college years, when my mom and I would drive around and look at the new developments.
So much fun, right?
On the weekends. Oh, we loved it. And I know everybody says that. Oh, I love real estate. But something that I learned over the years working at that nonprofit and the job I had prior to that is how much I enjoyed being around people and developing relationships. And so that was something, especially kind of leading a company, you kind of step back from a little bit, and I missed that a lot. So I figured, why not now?
Right.
Might as well give it a shot. And so I went ahead and just signed up for my real estate exam, took the class, got it done in 2 months.
Wow.
Passed the test and was
You were
ready
eager.
to go.
You were ready to go.
I was ready to go.
That's great. I know you're from a big family.
I am.
So tell me a little bit about that. Growing up in a large family.
Yeah, I'm 8 of 9 kids, so second to the youngest. It's kind of it's funny because we joke that there's really 2 families in there. We have the older 4 and then the younger 5. But there's never a dull moment.
I guess not.
Sure. There's always something going on, which is wonderful. I love it.
So for your parents, how many grandchildren are there? I can't even imagine with 9 children.
I want to say, I'm going to have to actually count them, but I'm going to say maybe 40.
That's
something like that.
That's got to be so exciting, though.
It is.
That really is.
It's a lot of fun.
So now that you've taken the plunge into real estate and you've done incredibly well, it's the hardest thing about real estate, I think, is just getting going, because you take the class and you take the test, but then you learn real estate, right? Mm-hmm. So what was your biggest obstacle so far from going from the classroom to getting into the actual world of real estate, as far as just understanding how to build that business?
Right. My biggest concern for sure at first was, so how do I find clients?
Right.
What am I going to do once I actually get started? And I am kind of a creature of habits. I like to know what to do each day.
Right.
And so that was one big reason I liked Blanchard and Calhoun, interviewing different brokerages. Something I was really looking for was a company that was really going to support me and teach me what I needed to learn.
Right.
Knowing that I was starting a new career, you don't know what you don't
You
know.
don't know what you don't know.
I was aware of that at least. And so you guys have an amazing system in place with Ninja, and then a mentorship program. And that's really kind of what sent it over the edge. Ninja, with all of the systems, and because it's so relationship focused, I loved that aspect of it, and that y'all have classes and you've got so much support there. But then the fact that you guys have the mentorship program for that first 6 months was fantastic. And I have loved every second of it. We've become friends, my mentor and I, and we're actually, our time is up, but I think we're still going to keep meeting because we have a lot of fun together. But it's been fantastic, even just going through the first few transactions, knowing that I can do the best for my clients because I've got the support behind me. And
Right.
even if she wasn't reachable, you were reachable, but knowing that there's always somebody there to help out has been great.
Good, good, good. Well, I know we just talked about this before this, that your 6 month was up at the end of February, but the great thing is you guys have become friends and you'll continue to rely on each other for your entire career, which to have a friend like that in the very beginning that you can be with for the rest of your career, and then as you make new real estate friends as well, it really does make a difference.
Absolutely.
So good. I'm glad that's a fairly new program. We've had that going about 2 years now, and we've seen just so much success because, as you said, you come in here and you really don't know what you don't know, but you get into it and you find your systems. We talked about the systems that have been good for you. You've got you're very system driven, so you like to know what to do every day, and you like to know how often to do it. And it's obvious watching you in the short time you've been in here, you've got your systems down, which is so cool. So not only are you relationship based, but you've got your systems down where you know how to talk with people and how to serve them really well. So, I mean, I'm excited about what you got going on.
Thanks.
So tell me about when you're not doing real estate. What do you like to do? What's your favorite thing to do?
So I have my husband Gerard and my 9-year-old son Charlie, who is the life of the party. But the two of them,
Like his mom.
Totally. We really have started the last couple years going skiing in the wintertime, which has taken me out a little bit this year. Even though we had so much fun, we went out west, and then we've got a boat that we like to take out to the lake or to the river, but to go kind of do some adventures together.
Yeah.
He's always a 9-year-old boy. He's always moving around.
He's up for anything.
Exactly. You got to keep him going. So,
Yeah.
and then he's just started doing rock climbing as well. So that's become.
Where do you do that in town?
Yeah, there's a rock climbing gym.
Okay.
Yeah, I've tried it once.
Did you
It's
like it?
a lot harder than
It looks hard. You got to have a lot of upper body
Oh
experience.
yeah.
Strength.
Oh yeah. But it was great.
Good. Well, what else? What do you hope to be doing in 5 years?
Well, my big goal for this year is to be the Rookie of the Year. So we'll see. I think it's going well so far,
you're
but
well on
I
your
know
way.
it was a big goal. But after that, I mean, I really want us to kind of set up our family to be able to have more adventures and travel a lot more. But also, I'm hoping to grow this business into something that I can be doing for 20, 30 years from now.
Well, I know when you first sent me, part of the mentorship, as you remember, is making sure you have a business plan. And when you sent me that business plan, I have never in my life seen a more detailed, more professional business plan. So that blew me away right up front. But it was very obvious that you were in here to treat your business like a business and to serve people really well, which is happening. It's really cool.
Well, and I think something that I've learned just even over the last 5 years at the nonprofit was anytime something kind of makes me want to have a knee-jerk reaction of no because I'm too scared to do it. It's like maybe I should just say yes and it'll probably work itself out.
That's right.
And kind of that's been my mentality here so far. Every once in a while, if you or somebody else asks me to do something, I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I don't know
Like
how
video.
to do that. There you go. But then I'll just say, okay, yes, I'll figure out how to do that after I say yes.
All right. Speaking of that, so you're using our coach. So how's that going for you? So you've had the mentorship and you've been working with Christy, our coach. Has that been good for accountability and just continuing to grow beyond some of the limits that we sometimes put on ourselves?
Yeah, absolutely. And even she's been great to even bounce stuff off of where you thought, okay, well, this idea, I think maybe I could go this direction with this idea, or this sounds kind of too simplistic and wouldn't work out. And then just to have her, from her own experience, be able to come in and say, no, that's exactly what we've talked about. You need to run with that.
Good.
So it's been fantastic.
Sometimes it's just getting the permission to do the thing that you think you should do anyway, right?
Right. And then even getting busy sometimes and then dropping the ball on some of those side systems since, I'm busy listing something or showing some people homes. And then knowing that I've got to meet with her and oh no, she's got
to do those
she's
things.
She's going to call me out on this. I got to hurry and get some of this done.
I know. And that's the beautiful thing about a system, right? Because sometimes one of the biggest things we're guilty about, I know in any business, is we get busy doing the things that earn the income and that serve the people, but we forget to do the things that keep those relationships in flow. So that's one of the great things I think about the system, and that the one that you're using is just incredible, which is why you're doing really well. You just got a gift for this, and it's fun to watch you work.
Thank you.
All right, speaking of limits, are you jumping out of the plane?
No, I'm not. That is my
I feel
limit.
like you're still thinking about it.
No, I'm not.
All right.
That's non-negotiable.
We'll see. We'll see what that looks like in next month.
There you go.
I was a hard no at first too.